Hi there, good evening, welcome back. Off day today, and as I told you, I had some official work and I had some personal work wherein I had to take my dad out to my native. All those things are done. We came back home, I think, around like 7 o'clock, if I'm right, 6:30, 7 o'clock ish, and completely exhausted. Exhausted because of the fact that, firstly, I have this one specific issue. I don't know if I'm pretty sure a few others will also face this. I have a specific way of setting up my car, especially the seat and steering when I drive my car, and I just leave it like that. So, irrespective of whether it's a city driving, which is short rides, or a long rides, irrespective of 100 kilometers, 500 kilometers, or whatever, I set it up in a certain way so that it's comfortable for my height, for my weight, and for my body posture and all. But every time I give my car for service and it comes back, for pretty obvious reasons, these guys just like mess up the entire thing, and they pull and push the seat out of the place. They change the backrest position. Some people even go ahead and change the steering wheel alignment. I'm sorry, the steering wheel height and all the stuff. And so every time my car comes back from the service, the very first ride that I do, I usually prefer it to be a shorter one. I usually don't take out my car for a longer ride immediately after a service, because I just need to understand and adjust things back to normal, because it's not like a mine is like not a computer controlled setting that I can put it as a preset and it'll set it back to whatever I want. So I usually do that. So today, fortunately or unfortunately, it was like a full day, kind of like a roaming kind of a thing. Morning it was almost 30-40 kilometers of driving, slow driving because of traffic, and post lunch it was like we had to travel again to my native. That was around like 60 kilometers two way. So it kind of like messed up with my body, and like body is like little bit stiff, and like I'm feeling like I just need some rest. I need some good rest because of the thing. So I changed it while driving. I just set it up to way I want, but due to the full day of driving, became a little bit tired and exhausted. And for some reason, mid of November almost, it was very hot today. And afternoon, it was almost like 35 plus, if I'm right, and the car was like heated up completely, and it was in a bad shape. So that kinds of explains my energy level and my eyes and all those stuff. Fortunately or unfortunately, the same shirt what I was wearing yesterday, I wore a different dress during the day, but came back, took a shower because we had to go to some hospital and all the stuff. So came back and took a shower, and I just came out of the room and I found this shirt, which I had actually just taken it out last night for like for the video. So I just wore it back, same thing. So it's okay. That's all secondary. The point that I want to talk about today is about relatives. Okay, so when I say relatives, it's like your the so-called um, relatives in the form of paternal relatives, maternal relatives, and all those stuff. It's quite like a, I mean, for everyone, it's more of like a personal topics. For some of them, it's a sensitive topic and all. And I don't know if I really wanted to talk about it, but kind of like day in and over past several months, my attitude and my approach and my mentality towards relatives have changed drastically. And I'm somebody like I'm kind of like now have put relatives in the same category as that of friends. Okay, might not be the same that what did I say, transactional versus emotional, but there is nothing transactional in relatives. But some of my relatives are like that. If they need some work, they'll call us, otherwise they don't. But this whole concept of taking undue advantage of somebody just because they're well off or they're good and all those things, and trying to create this sympathy factor um, unwantedly, is something which I really started hating. And this is kind of like evidently happening in one of our close circles on my father's side. And over the last 1 year, I would say, they have like started bothering dad, for him to get involved in some financial issues that they are having in their family. And I've been warning my dad not to get involved there, but still he is like, I mean, I don't know, it's my dad's weakness and his foolishness, I would say. I'm very honestly telling it's his foolishness, because at one stage he feels that okay, he knows everything, he knows the legal stuff. Yeah, of course, my dad is an advocate, but again, I don't want him to interfere in somebody else's, like, I mean, this is like in a family circle. If it was he handling a case for someone, I didn't even want to interfere. But here it's a family day related stuff. It's almost like a dotted line blood relationship. So I've been telling him not to get involved. Again, that went on for a few months, almost like the entire thing went for 1 year. Now some new hangama has happened in the last 1 week, and again they are kind of trying to take the advantage of my dad's weakness. And my dad is like, okay, anytime anybody calls him up or says they're in trouble, my dad is like always there, like that type of person, which is good. But they're taking the undue advantage of it and trying to get sympathy and all those stuff. Now they're kind of sending him some disturbing messages, photos, and all those stuff, which is kind of troubling him. But the worst part is like all these things kind of translates to my dad like giving it up from his own personal side, and then going ahead and helping them out financially and all those things, for which there'll be zero returns. I'll tell you, zero returns. Now, because these are all like one way transaction money, it's not like you give them xyz thousands of rupees to them and you expect them that they'll pay back. No, they will definitely not pay back. In fact, they are something like, you pay them some money, they know that okay, now if you bother him more, you'll get more money. That's the type of mentality that these relatives come with. So this is something which I don't like, and I've been really warning my dad regarding this, but he doesn't seem to listen to me. Maybe one fine day I just have to raise my voice about this. I did kind of like indirectly did it in the afternoon when we were going, because I kind of sensed that he's taking some money to give it to them. I mean, it's end of the day his hard-earned money, man. It's not like we have won a lottery and we have surplus money and all. End of the day, I mean, we don't do any black money dealings and all those stuff. I mean, whatever money dad has, mom has, me, myself, and my wife, sister, whoever has it, it's sort of like all our hard-earned money. And we don't do any sort of business. We work 9 to 5 or 9 to 9. In fact, like we work and we earn that money. And my dad has earned this money over his period of time in his career. And now these guys try to create sympathy, and they feel like we don't have money. If you don't help, you will not be able to survive and all those things. And my dad kind of like melts down for such words, and he goes and starts giving them money, which we know that will not come back. And I'm like, I'm somebody like, you want to give money, go and give it to an orphanage, go and give it to an like some old age home or something like that. I'll be more than happy. Even if it is like he gives away like big amounts of money to an orphanage, I'll be more than happy. But definitely not to this kind of people. Okay, and these are the people who are an extreme living example of the other way of fractal riches. Like these guys could have been in like very top spot in a very like the type of prestigious place that they had in the society. They just ruined it left, right, and center. Now, the kind of background they come with, their family, they're like highly respectable family and a well sort of family and things like that. Now, this second and third generation, they've literally come to like, I'm telling you, they literally come to street. Okay, they come to road. Okay, they're literally like pleading people for like even 100 200 rupees. And what do they take that money for? I mean, I don't even want to talk about that. And it's like really that rubbish. And that's the reason why I don't want to entertain my dad giving money to them. But still, like, even despite doing all this fighting and all those things, dad goes ahead and entertains these guys just because it's like blood relation kind of stuff. So that's something which completely, I mean, in between all this train and driving and all those things, this for me, I can drive for 100, 200, 500, or 1,000 kilometers in a day. I mean, I don't know if I've done 1,000. Probably I would have done about 400, 500 kilometers in a day. That's a big deal for me. I can do it. I can drive full day. Maybe I can drive at night, which I don't do any longer. But when my mental state is not good, I've just my body goes for a complete toss. And today was one of such days. If I was normal in a normal good mood, probably this car thing and all wouldn't have bothered me much. But my mental situation, because of all this fight and the situation why we were going and all the stuff, was not good. So that kind of bothered me a lot today. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about. Morning work that was done is done, like that was something more productive from today. But anyway, I hope that my dad doesn't pressurize me or again start doing emotional blackmail with me for going to my native anytime again in the coming months or whatever. I don't even want to say days or weeks. I don't want to go that side. That's all I want to say. So I want to s- create some kind of a distance with my relatives, a relative distance. That's all I would say. They want to come closer, I want to run far away. That's what I would say. Anyway, I'll wind up for now. I'll be back tomorrow, probably with more energy and updates from what's happening in office. Okay, that's it for today. Take care. Bye bye.